Overtime win over Centura yesterday, Andrew.
That's right. And Freeman in the last game was a wild card. Lincoln Christian also a wild card team. Did not win districts, but they came back and they've run the table so far.
There you take a look at two of the best high school players that this state's ever produced. Gina Johansson on the left from Centura. Casey Kogel from Grand Island Central Catholic on the right. They're here to watch the Class C1 championship. Columbus Scotus and Lincoln Christian right after this.
Small school atmosphere, big education. Peru State College, where learning lasts a lifetime.
You know, some people think there's no reward in farming. Too much risk, too little control. They think there's no profit until harvest. But they've never walked these fields. The way I see it, I come out ahead every day just by being here, standing my ground.
Invite the warmth of sunshine, fresh air, and light into your home with replacement windows and doors from Bristol Windows. The knowledgeable and dependable staff at Bristol Windows can help you choose from many different styles that will allow you to completely transform your home. Combining your needs of quality, security, and value, Bristol Windows are designed to exceed all standards set by the window industry. For the best service, installation, and value in replacement windows, contact Bristol Windows today.
The Class C1 championship game coming up next. Columbus Scotus and Lincoln Christian. Scotus has been the #1 team in C1 for pretty much most of the season. They actually come in as the 3 seed in the tournament. Seedings are based on the wild card points that are used to bring wild cards into the C and D classes. And speaking of wild cards, as Andrew mentioned, Lincoln Christian taking advantage of the wild card. They lost to Syracuse in the first round of sub-districts, but here they are in the state championship game. Now, let's meet the Crusaders and the Shamrocks. Here's Rich Broderson.
Basketball championships. Now for tonight's Class C1 championship game between the 18-5 Lincoln Christian Crusaders and the 21-4 Columbus Scotus Shamrocks. Here are the lineups. First and on starters for Lincoln Christian. Number 11, Alexis Wismer. Number 12, Crystal Lovelace. Number 14, Danielle Swanson. Number 24, Carly Paulson. Number 25, Megan Wilson. Number 32, Lindsay Hertzler. And number 45, Stephanie Rexilius. And now the non-starters for Columbus Scotus. Number 10, Jen Sackett. Number 13, Nicole Milak. Number 20, Nicole Weeder. Number 30, Danielle Burnt. Number 33, Michelle Flint. Number 43, Laura Dozel. And number 50, Mandy Schumacher. Now, ladies and gentlemen, here are the starting lineups. First for Lincoln Christian. A 5'8" senior, number 10, Janae Winner. A 5'9" senior, number 21, Liesel Glenn. A 5'9" senior, number 22, Whitney McFerrin. A 5'10" senior, number 33, Jessica Samuelson. And the 6'3" junior, number 41, Nicole Wilson. The assistant coaches for the Crusaders are Corey Cavan, Scott Erickson, Stephanie Holland, and Scott Wilson. And the head coach for Lincoln Christian is Nick Orduna. Now, here's a starting lineup for Columbus Scotus. A 5'7" senior, number 15, Natasha Binder. A 5'8" senior, number 23, Megan Pyle. A 5'6" senior, number 25, Katie Court. A 5'10" senior, number 40, Lori Beller. And a 5'10" senior, number 45, Carrie Murachek. The assistant coaches for the Shamrocks are Nathan Arnell and John Peterson, and the head coach for Columbus Scotus is Sean Wickham.
So we're just about ready to go here, and if you're expecting kind of an up and down flow to this game that we have seen in a couple of our other games, including the last one between Falls City, Sacred Heart, and Freeman, you might be disappointed. But if you're a fan of old-fashioned setup, play solid defense, make the other team come to you type basketball, kind of a throwback to the old days, you're going to love this game because Columbus Scotus absolutely loves to dictate the tempo of the game. They'll sit back, they'll play good defense, they will make you take outside shots, they'll dare you to punch it inside, and offensively, they are so very patient, it almost drives you insane if you're a defensive team.
And the outlook on these two teams, the Shamrocks, of course, had that three-peat championship run through 96 and 1998. But for Lincoln Christian, you know, this is their year. They're a senior-laden team. Only one junior is Nicole Wilson in the starting lineup, and they have set their sights on the state championship since the first practice in the fall.
Lincoln Christian has made incremental gains in each of the last 4 years under their head coach, Nick Orduna, and it has all come to this, the state final in Class C1. Christian will control to start things off. Jessica Samuelson had it inside the free throw circle, and just like that, a 3-second call on Nicole Wilson, the 6'3" junior. So here come the Shamrocks. You can see Christian coming out, pressuring the ball in the backcourt, maybe to try to force some kind of a tempo here. And now the Shamrocks will be very patient.
And you talked about, yeah, them taking the air out of the ball. It's going to be interesting to see if they are content playing at that pace today.
Get off a quick early shot, missed by Megan Pyle. Rebound put back is good by Katie Cord. So a good possession for Scotus. They're on the board first.
Janae Winter with the ball right here. Columbus coach Sean Wickman said #1 priority, shut down the penetration from Winter. She likes to penetrate and get it to Wilson, number 41 in the middle.
Coming down with it somehow, and Christian got it back. It looked like Lori Beller was going to get it for Columbus Scotus, but heads-up play by Whitney McFerrin keeps it alive for Lincoln Christian, down 2-0. Here's McFerrin, spin at the baseline, nice little hook underneath, open and good. Jessica Samuelson.
Nice, off to a nice good start. Samuelson, the high percentage shot. Tie ball game.
In 2 state tournament games, Columbus Scotus has allowed 39 points. Not per game, total 39 points.
That's either good defense or too much offense.
It's great defense. Shot missed, shot partially blocked, but it was misdirected in. I think Janae Winter got a piece of that ball, but not enough of it to keep it from going down. That's 2 quick field goals for Court. Winter looks outside, open shot, good. Samuelson, well, it's 2-on-2 right now. Samuelson with the first 2 field goals for Christian, and Fourth has the first 2 for Scotus.
And in every single game, John, that Lincoln Christian's played, their immediate goal is to get the ball to Nicole Wilson. If they can knock down some shots to start out the game, it'll open things up in the middle for Wilson.
Janae Winter trying to step in front of Lori Beller. Caught a good chunk of her on the way through and commits the first foul of the game. Comes with 5:41 to play in the first quarter. C1 title game here from the Bob Devaney Sports Center. 5-second count on. And they'll get it into Katie Forth. They'll look inside the circle for Maracek. Again, the Shamrocks will be patient. Bounce in the lane. Too strong by Beller. Rebound by Janae Winter. She will be a rebounding force in this game, no doubt about it. She averages almost as many rebounds as points, 12 each.
She does it all.
Here's Janae Winter into the front zone. Tried to lob a pass for Samuelson, and there was nothing there but white and green. Shamrocks in the home colors, Christian in the dark blue. They represent the road team. They're tied at 4, 5 minutes left first quarter. Megan Pyle outside, Bender, and rattles in, rattles down, rattles out. The pace right now, I would have to say, based on the games we have seen this weekend, is favoring Lincoln Christian. Columbus Scotus has not really taken the air out of the ball yet in this game. Here's a jumper from the free throw line, and it goes up and down. Nicole Wilson.
Maybe a little out of her range there, but she got the bounce, and she's in the books.
The first lead for Lincoln Christian in this championship game comes at almost the halfway mark of the first quarter.
And they were devastated when they lost in sub-districts, like you said, to Syracuse, but team never lost confidence. They've had championship on their mind from the get-go. And there we have a foul, and Lincoln Christian off to a nice start.
Well, Megan Pyle missed the baseline jumper and then trying to follow her shot. Christian got the rebound, but she committed the foul, so Pyle commits the first for Scotus. 4:09 left first quarter. Lincoln Christian 6, Columbus Scotus 4.
Studies and statistics are all fine and well, but they just give you the averages. Averages can't tell you everything. There's a lot more to farming than numbers. There's knowing how to deal with the ups and downs, and knowing when to stand my ground.
These are the faces of our new technicians. The people who will repair our cars and diesel trucks. The technicians who will service our electronic equipment and program our computers. The people who will plan and build our homes and provide fire protection for us and our property. They are the technicians who will make, repair, and test the machines for business and industry. Where can you learn to be a new technician and start a promising career with a good salary? Southeast Community College, Beatrice, Lincoln, and Milford.
Back to Devaney Center, Lincoln Christian over Columbus Scotus, 6-4 here, early going, 4:09 left in the first quarter. Jessica Samuelson has 2 buckets for Lincoln Christian, and Nicole Wilson got a long jumper to go at the 5-minute mark, and right now they lead by 2.
And backcourt pressure forces a turnover. So the Shamrocks coming out in a full court press there, and the errant pass by Christian, so their 3rd turnover of the game. Gives Scotus a chance for the lead, and that's actually a 2-point field goal. Bender had her right foot just inside the arc. Tie game. Janae Winter, 14-point average on the season. Moves into the offensive end. Liza Glenn takes it up strong. Shot is good. Basket count. She'll go to the line for an extra.
The one thing that I think is going to benefit Lincoln Christian, that overtime win that they got last night, I think really grew some players up, because if you'll remember, Nicole Wilson fouled out of that game, and it left a lot of the younger players who weren't normally go-to players on the team to have to step up. One of them was the girl at the line right now, Liza Glenn. She was fabulous yesterday in that win over Centura.
Here it is for a 3-point lead, and it's good. Another person that came up big in that game yesterday, maybe didn't show in terms of points, but was Megan Wilson, the younger sister of Nicole Wilson, who came in and played a lot of minutes before and after her sister fouled out of the game. She too was a big factor, and she is only a freshman. So we'll see if that experience from yesterday pays off for Lincoln Christian. Scotus. That got a friendly bounce. Mandy Schumacher looked like the way that hit off the side of the rim, it was going to bounce back. Got that friendly upward bounce, and it came back down through the cylinder.
Columbus Scotus, their highest score, doesn't even average 10 points a game. It's Lori Beller.
Just a drive. Wilson, offensive board, put back, no. And we've got a foul over the back on Lincoln Christian.
If this does get into an up-and-down game, it's going to be interesting to see how Scotus adjusts to that, because they're not used to this type of style. Already 9-8 is almost like a track meet for them in the first quarter.
Well, they gave up, I believe it was 9 points yesterday in the first quarter to Wahoo, and they only gave up 10 more the rest of the game. Ooh. Travel, that's the first Scotus turnover. So 9 points here don't go away. There's still more defense to come, I would think. But we'll see. Lincoln Christian is 4 for their first 6. They started 4 for their first 4 in this game. They get it in. Oh, lost control on the dribble. Glenn has to stop with the momentum. Now gives it off to McFerrin. Back to Glenn. Around to Janae Winter. Coming all the way across the floor, McFerrin. Looking for a cutting Glenn. Now Wilson. They go baseline, and Christian will have to back it up. That'll free up a shot. Partially blocked. Offensive teammate right there was Liza Glenn, and she lays it off the left-hand glass and good, and Christian is up 3.
They're getting all the bounces right now, all the loose balls, all the rebounds. Lincoln Christian getting 2 shots at the rim.
That's one area where Christian has the advantage, and that is with number 41 guarding the middle. The 6'3" junior is a rebounding machine. He has 3 already in this one. In the paint, rebound, another attempt by Beller, and she's fouled. She'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Looks like that's going to be the first foul on Wilson. Foul trouble was a problem yesterday for her. She'll try and stay out of it tonight, but Lincoln Christian certainly needs her on the floor.
So here's Lori Beller, 9.9 points, just a shade under 10 a game. Averaging almost 6 rebounds. She has 9 points in the tournament altogether. There's her first point of this game as Laura Dozel, 5'7" sophomore, reports in the game for head coach Sean Wickham of the Shamrocks. Both free throws are good, and it's back to a 1-point game. Christian leads it, 1:43 left, opening quarter.
Janae Winter, the point guard, an outstanding athlete in cross country as well as basketball.
And a great look underneath, a drive at the baseline. And I'll tell you what, Janae Winter is doing a fantastic job of running this offense right now, and it is running as good as you're going to see an offense against this defense as you take a look at it.
Coach Sean Wickman for Scotus said that's his #1 priority. Even before shutting down Nicole Wilson, they've got to contain the penetration from Winter. She gets in the lane and distributes about as well as any guard as you're going to see in this state tournament.
Whitney McFerrin converts on both. McFerrin with 3 points. Christian leads it by 4. 1:25 left. Lincoln Christian in the first quarter is about to exceed what either of the 2 previous opponents for Columbus Scotus have done the entire weekend.
I have a feeling, too, they're not going to score 10 points the rest of the game as Lincoln Christian.
In the lane, and it rolls in. Mandy Schumacher gets the jumper from just inside the free throw line. And with 1 minute to go in the opening quarter, Christian's lead is 2. And here's Winter again.
Schumacher,
this time she'll dribble left.
Right, just a sophomore, number 50, who made that last hoop. Her task this evening is guarding Nicole Wilson, the all-everything center for Lincoln Christian. Also a prep athlete of the week earlier on this year. Can't forget about that.
Looks like Christian is going to be patient here. They're not going to rush anything. They've got 30 seconds left. And now with the clock running down, they may just decide to hold it here. Wait for that last shot. Winter's going to take it up and around. She puts up almost a desperation shot. A little body contact in there. It's well short, and now Scotus can tie it with a 2 here. A bounce inside for Schumacher, up strong, and a foul on Wilson. She got a piece of the hand.
And that's not good. Only with 7 seconds left in the first quarter, Wilson picks up her second. That's not what Nick Orduna wanted to see, and he's telling his prize people that right now. You got to learn how to sometimes just let it go, especially with the first half, or the first quarter rather, coming to a close.
Very good point. Mandy Schumacher. already with 4 points, now with 5. Another free throw will make it a tie game. Kerry Marachik returns.
One shot.
Okay, one time, now one. Don't leave it away.
Take a look at it from behind the backboard.
Our crew doing such a fabulous job today. You can hear every sound, every tink on the rim, every sound out of the ref's mouth. It's really something.
We'll see if Christian can get off a last shot here. Scotus will not pressure the ball in the backcourt. Into the front court. Winner has just a second left, gets it in the corner, and they did not recognize how much time was left. After 1 quarter of play, it's Lincoln Christian 14, Columbus Scotus 14, the Class C1 championship on 10-11.
You know, some people think there's no reward in farming. Too much risk, too little control. They think there's no profit until harvest. But they've never walked these fields. The way I see it, I come out ahead every day just by being here, standing my ground.
Just opening up the second quarter. Lincoln Christian and Columbus Scotus knotted at 14.
If you'd have told me at what point during the game would the score be tied 14-14, I would have said halftime. Seriously. A lot of offense in that first quarter with two teams that play exceptional defense, especially Scotus, who has given up a state low 27.8 points per game. Ball last touched by the Shamrocks. And Christian will keep it.
Lincoln Christian, though, I think might have the advantage as far as tempo is concerned because they can play a fast game or they can play a half-court game.
Wide open underneath, but they missed the shot. Jessica Samuelson, you won't get an easier shot than that.
Yeah, she wishes she had that one back. She should have had it.
Maybe she was so surprised she got such an easy shot against this Shamrock defense that she came up a bit short on it, didn't put enough mustard on it. Hard off the glass. Schumacher. Rebound to Lincoln Christian. Winner tries to work off a back pick. Liza Glenn. And now back to Winner. Winner runs the show for Lincoln Christian.
She certainly does. They're setting the high screen for her with Wilson, but that time Scotus had it sniffed out. That whole possession did not look good for Lincoln Christian.
And Megan Pyle is the one that's credited with tipping that ball away and giving the Shamrocks this possession here. From the free throw line, no. Schumacher's getting a lot of touches here in this first half. That's her 4th shot she's taken. She averages 6 points a game, and she's already reached that 6-point mark. Carly Paulson, who is an important figure in Lincoln Christian girls basketball because it was her field goal with less than 20 seconds left against Centura yesterday that sent that game to overtime, eventually won by the Crusaders.
There's the high screen again.
They'll look across the floor.
Wilson calling for it down low, really going at it with Schumacher down there on the blocks.
Paulson trying to get it to Wilson. A lot of contact underneath. And the foul's going to be on Lori Beller. Beller and Wilson going at it like a couple of Brahma bulls. Though they look absolutely nothing like the sort. But that was the kind of intensity you expect in a championship game. Just over 6 minutes to play in the first half. It's Christian 14, Scotus 14.
nurse too.
I'm studying to be a nurse.
I'm studying to be a nurse too.
I'm a nurse.
And I'm a nurse too.
The Nebraska Center for Nursing encourages you to explore nursing. Contact us to find out more about Nebraska's 22 nursing programs.
Education is more than learning to make a living. It's also learning about life.
If you're looking for a new career opportunity, Central Community College is a place to come and check it out.
Really appreciated the level of expertise of the faculty here.
The quality is really good. They're smaller classes. You're able to communicate with the instructor really easily.
Step up to a bright tomorrow.
Lincoln Christian and Columbus Scotus knotted at 14. Second quarter, 6:06 remaining. Wiesel Glenn on the inbound.
And here's Wilson. Wilson struggled yesterday from the field. She was 3 of 7, but she had a lot of problems going offensively. Still in the way. Jessica Samuelson takes it in strong, missed the layup. Scotus back quickly on defense, ball loose on the floor, and a quick timeout taken by Sean Wickham, alertly so. A 30 taken, and Scotus was in danger of either turning it over on the loose ball or turning it over with a player on the ground rolling over and being called for traveling. So with 5:44 left, that's the first spent timeout by either of these two teams, and Scotus will still have possession of the basketball. We want to remind you that coming up after today's game, the Nebraska School Activities Association is recognizing the importance of good sportsmanship in all sporting events this championship season. The Nebraska Coaches Association and the Nebraska Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association sponsor the 2002 Sportsmanship Award. This award will be given to the high school most demonstrating good sporting behavior during this year's state basketball tournament. After the medal presentation of each game today, we'll tell you which school was awarded the sportsmanship trophy for that class. You know, the more this day goes on, the better I am at saying Nebraska Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. It almost rolls off my tongue.
That is a mouthful. I almost read that and then looked at it one time and said, I think I'll leave it to you, John.
I'd rather try to spell Krzyzewski in most cases, but I'm getting comfortable at it now. Scotus, Schumacher draws a triple team. The sophomores drawing a lot of attention. Inside the circle, little hop step, and they lost it. It was close to traveling anyway, as Katie Korth, looking like a leapfrog out there, trying to rattle that basketball down, and then Marachik couldn't handle it. And Scotus turns it over. That is their third turnover. Christian has committed 4.
Scotus now in a full court, man-to-man. And this is, I think, playing right into Lincoln Christian's hands. They have designed some outstanding set offenses. Nick Orduna, they're very well coached. Very good fundamentally, too, to break down a man-to-man. And there you see why.
High lob to Paulson, or high lob inside to Wilson. She can't corral it, but Samuelson gets off a shot. It's no good. We're stuck on 14. 4:40 left before halftime. Megan Pyle and Katie Korth play catch with it. Natasha Bender, 18-footer on the way, too long. And the rebound to Nicole Wilson. Wilson has 5 rebounds in this game already.
Aside from Mandy Schumacher, Shamrocks haven't really found a rhythm. And although the score is tied, Lincoln Christian has looked much more comfortable on the offensive end.
Winner pulls the trigger on a long 2. And Winner is on the scoreboard with her first 2 points. And it's 16-14 Lincoln Christian.
Averages 14 points a game does Janae Winner. And she's a senior.
3:45 left. Here's the jumper from 18. And it almost went in. Rebound to Lincoln Christian. Uh-oh. Lost it off her foot. Winner lost it into the hands of Korth. This will be an easy layup.
Don't see that often.
No.
Janae Winner just lost the handle, tried to dribble through 2, and Korth was right there for the nice play.
Can't make those kind of mistakes against this Shamrock team. And now we're tied at 16, almost 3 minutes to go before halftime. Quick pace to this basketball game, not a lot of stoppages here. Wilson, nice look underneath, and the shot is in by Jessica Samuelson. That is great recognition by Wilson.
Outstanding. She's going to get double teamed a lot, and if she can look and make passes like that, Lincoln Christian's going to be in good shape.
I believe that's the, let's see, Samuelson with 6 points. All 3 of her field goals have come in that fashion.
Just by hanging around the basket when you're playing next to a great player like that, you'll be surprised the putbacks you can get because she draws so much attention, as does Wilson.
Korth just inside the three-point arc. Missed the jump shot. Lincoln Christian with a chance to expand the 2-point lead now. Winner's going to take the 3.
Second straight three-pointer for Winner.
Scotus
She's starting to heat up.
back. They were waiting for Lincoln Christian to set up another offensive play, and Winner just came down that time and said, to heck with you, go right over the top.
So dangerous. She can beat you shooting the ball or putting it on the floor. Winner is a true winner.
Here's Samuelson again, or Schumacher, I beg your pardon. Schumacher already with 8 points in this game. She really is representing the bulk of this Scotus offense. 3-point lead for Christian. Paulson, oh, they tried that backdoor cut again with Jessica Samuelson. Nice idea, but the pass was too high. Minute 49 left, second quarter. Christian by 3, Shamrock basketball when we come back.
My name's Kerry Klemecki, and I change light bulbs.
Kerry Klemecki is one brave man.
It does get kind of windy up here.
But would Kerry Klemecki ever be brave enough to get car insurance without a State Farm agent?
Car insurance with no State Farm agent? Now that scares me.
When it comes to car insurance, be like this State Farm customer. And get an agent you can rely on.
Bad bulb, good bulb.
Plus competitive rates.
Woo!
Your choice here is paper or plastic. Here it's cash or charge. Here your choice is E10 unleaded or ordinary gas. But the choice is also about helping Nebraska or OPEC nations, clean air or pollution, renewable energy or foreign oil. You make a choice every time you fill up. Make the right choice for Nebraska.
E10 unleaded with ethanol. Let's get with it, Nebraska.
All right, we're back live late, second quarter, 21-18, Lincoln Christian. The always cute, where were they years ago? Baby pictures of Lincoln Christian. You guys have been talking about, how about number 41, Nicole Wilson, rebounding, passes, scoring. That's her as a youngster. Maybe the dreams were alive then, fellas. Back to you, John, Drew.
I think that's a tradition, especially at the girls' state tournament. You find a lot of those pictures. They always get out the baby pictures. And that's the beauty of this state tournament. It's the beauty of high school sports. It's the hometown. It's hometown atmosphere all the way. Scotus. 3 points will get him a tie. And now this is more traditional Scotus basketball. Bounce pass. Moving around the perimeter. Work for something. And no good. And an over the back call on Maracek. You know, Megan Pyle and Katie Korth. Korth with 6 points, but Pyle has been non-existent in this game, one of the top scorers for Scotus. She averages 7, but she has yet to make a shot in 5 tries. That's part of the reason why Scotus is having problems offensively. Lincoln Christian, with 21 points in this game, has already scored more in less than one half of basketball than either Wahoo or Bennington were able to do the entire game.
Tells you something about what type of team Lincoln Christian is.
And the fact that they're shooting 53%.
Yeah, they can be explosive. They have that potential to light up the scoreboard.
These two teams have played before, each winning once. Christian was a winner, 36-27 back in January. And a couple weeks later, Scotus was a winner, 44-30. Here's Winner off balance.
Oh, she showed something here. 8 points in the second quarter for Winner. She has been all over the court here in the second quarter.
23-18. Christian with a 5-point lead. Shamrocks will hold for one shot. Laura Dozal holding it in front of the Christian bench. 13 seconds left. They'll have to move ahead now with 9. Here's Korth with 5. They'll need to get a shot off. Dozal with 2. Going to have to take a long 3. And that's not the shot they wanted. Lincoln Christian goes into the locker room, leading by 5, 23-18. At halftime of the Class C1 championship game, if you're a Lincoln Christian fan, you have to feel awful good about the way this team has played offensively. And if you're Columbus Scotus, you're wondering, where's that defense going to show up? But don't worry, I think we still had a good run of good defensive basketball yet to come in this game. With a 5-point lead, let's go down and find out what the head coach of Scotus, Mr. Wickham, has in mind.
All right, John, Drew, thanks. Coach, obviously defense a big key. You didn't think, you know, that you'd be able to keep Lincoln Christian down. They're great shooters. Talk about that, and how do you slow them down, maybe?
Yeah, well, right now I think they're shooting a really high percentage, so we're really going to have to get a hand in the face a little bit more. You know, Janae's made a couple of tough shots, some leaners in there, and defensively we're there. We're just there making the shot. So hopefully we put a little bit more pressure on them and maybe force them to be a little bit more off balance in the second half.
Thanks a lot. Go regroup, talk to your ladies. We appreciate Sean Wickman. Hey, Columbus Scotus, state soccer champs, state volleyball champs. So, hey, it's a long way from over. There's some girls on this Scotus team as well. We're coming back with this championship after the break. Don't go away.
No escapes. That's what we got with Balance Pro corn herbicide.
My proof, weeds just don't break through with Balance Pro.
All season I saw Tree Charge working on the weeds from the road.
My proof is my unused post-grass herbicide because Balance Pro replaced it.
My proof? Grass is used to control this field. Now I do. That's my proof.
My proof.
The power of recharge is why Balance Pro is America's fastest growing pre-herbicide. Need more proof? Visit balanceproof.com.
At Southeast Community College, you can get the education you need for a great career. Here's what SCC did for Jan Trissler.
I studied business at SCC and really enjoyed the small classes. I liked the friendly relationship between teachers and students, and I had an accounting job soon after I graduated from SCC. Now, I'm using my education as a broker assistant in a Beatrice business. There's no limit to what you can do with a degree from SCC.
Contact Southeast Community College, Beatrice, Lincoln, and Milford, and start building a future with no limits.
The people at the Girls and Boys Town National Hotline are there for you 24 hours a day at 1-800-448-3000.
All right, we're back here live, of course, halftime C1, Lincoln Christian leading 23-18 over Columbus Scotus. At halftime of each championship game, we recognize the 10-11 coaches all-state team. Letters and ballot forms were sent to coaches throughout Nebraska. 10-11 tallied those votes, and here now is your 2002 Class C1 all-state team. Senior guard Lindsey Martinson from St. Paul is a leader on and off the court of this Class C1 All-State team. She averaged 17 points a game and ranks 11th in her class as a student. Senior Sherry Ellefson from North Bend is another strong student athlete with a 3.7 grade point average. On the court, she averaged 14 points and 9 boards a game. Senior Janae Winner from Lincoln Christian is her school's all-time steals leader and second all-time in career assists. She was a 4-year starter. Sophomore Rachel Simon ran the point for Wahoo. She's a great passer and one-on-one player. Her teammate Mickey Tillman also made the team for Wahoo. Mickey led the team in scoring and rebounding and is only a sophomore. That's your C1 All-State team.
I want to be a nurse. I want to be a nurse too. I'm studying to be a nurse.
I'm starting to be a nurse too.
I'm a nurse.
And I'm a nurse too.
The Nebraska Center for Nursing encourages you to explore nursing. Contact us to find out more about Nebraska's 22 nursing programs.
Lincoln Christian with a 5-point lead at halftime here. The girls C1 state championship game. Of course, just a moment ago, our 10-11 viewers had a chance to see the all-state teams. We'll go over that list for you again in Class C1. Lindsey Martinson of St. Paul. You look at that name, you want to say Martinez. No, it's Martinson of St. Paul. Sherry Elifson of North Bend, a pair of Wahoo Warriors, Rachel Simon and Mickey Tillman, and Janae Winter, who we're seeing here tonight for Lincoln Christian. We've seen what Janae Winter can do in this one, Drew. 3 of 6 from the floor, 7 points in this game, but she can create so much more, including a couple of assists in this one. And this is a kid who averages almost 5 assists per game.
Right, Nicole Wilson gets a lot of the attention, the center down low, but Janae Winter has been the steady force for Lincoln Christian all year, and she was so crucial yesterday in that overtime game, in overtime, making clutch plays down the stretch. If she's not scoring, she's penetrating and creating for her teammates.
Lindsey Martinson, the best scorer of the 5 that you saw for the C1 title game, 17.6 rebounds a game for St. Paul. Sherry Elifson from North Bend Central, the defending C1 champions, who didn't quite make it to state this year. They were eliminated by Columbus Scotus. 14 points, 9 rebounds, and then a pair of Wahoo sophomores. You know, when we talk about Wahoo and high school basketball, you think of the boys and their great tradition. Well, the girls have started to build a tradition of their own, and this year they came up short, losing yesterday to Scotus in the finals. But with a pair of sophomores like Rachel Simon and Mickey Tillman, you got a feeling that Wahoo might be building something in girls basketball that maybe someday could rival what the boys have had.
That's right. They're certainly going to be back, our Wahoo, but it is Columbus Scotus' show here tonight against Lincoln Christian, trailing 23-18. Back with more of halftime right after this.
My name's Kerry Klemecki, and I change light bulbs.
Kerry Klemecki is one brave man.
It does get kind of windy up here.
But would Kerry Klemecki ever be brave enough to get car insurance without a State Farm agent?
Car insurance with no State Farm agent? Now that scares me.
When it comes to car insurance, be like this State Farm customer and get an agent you can rely on.
Bad bulb, good bulb.
Plus competitive rates.
Woo!
Where fresh-baked pizza is tradition, people are talking about Papa Murphy's Take and Bake.
So you pick up any kind you want?
Anything.
Fresh toppings?
Fresh toppings, fresh dough, premium sauce.
Freshly grated cheese?
Read my lips, Maria. It's all fresh.
Pick up a super fresh Papa Murphy's large chicken garlic for just $7.99. Family size it for just $2 more.
Say it's not better than mine.
The truth can be painful, Maria.
Papa Murphy's Take and Bake. Pizza chain of the year.
Invite the warmth of sunshine, fresh air, and light into your home with replacement windows and doors from Bristol Windows. The knowledgeable and dependable staff at Bristol Windows can help you choose from many different styles that will allow you to completely transform your home. Combining your needs of quality, security, and value, Bristol Windows are designed to exceed all standards set by the window industry. For the best service, installation, and value in replacement windows, contact Bristol Windows today.
1011's KOLNKGIN.com is more than a trusted source for news. Make it your homepage and find out. It all happens with a click.
With our halftime score, Lincoln Christian 23, Columbus Scotus 18. Let's look at the halftime numbers. We'll tell you about what's going on individually. For the Crusaders, they're led by Janae Winter with 7 points and 6 points for Jessica Samuelson. For Scotus, 8 points out of Mandy Schumacher. The big stat, field goals. 58% for Lincoln Christian in the first half against this stingy Shamrock defense. 23-18 Lincoln Christian at the break.
Small school atmosphere, big opportunities. Peru State College, where learning lasts a lifetime.
The gold standard turns platinum, the New York Times.
Hands down, the car of the year, the Detroit News.
The interior is near perfect. Business Week.
Hey, who you calling near perfect? The 2002 Camry.
First Federal Lincoln Bank has changed its name to Tier 1 Bank. It's the same great bank you've trusted for years, with the same tradition of service, the same ownership,
and the same friendly people. Just a new name. A name that better reflects a commitment to take the extra step every time. Tier 1 Bank, taking the extra step.
Columbus Scotus coming back out on the floor as we await the interview with Lincoln Christian coach Nick Orduna. His Crusaders leading 23-18, shooting nearly 56% in that first half. They started the game 4 for their first 4, and they really haven't cooled off since. They also have an advantage in rebounds. They have committed more turnovers, but when you're shooting 56%, which is tops for any team that we've seen today, you're going to have a successful first half. Let's go down now to Kyle.
Coach, slashing, shooting the 3, backdoor set plays, they're going down. Just keep it going or what?
Yeah, you bet. We just need to take care of every possession. We can't turn the ball over. I think the second half we need to keep them off the free throw line because they're a very good free throw shooting team. They get in the bonus and we get in a position where we have to foul, could be gone. So we just need to be smart with the ball and keep being confident and see what happens.
Coach, thank you. Good luck in the second half. Senior-dominated team, but they've never been to the big show for the 3rd time. They're playing like it. Scotus, though, has been here before, shaping up for a great second half. Drew and John are back after the break.
Nebraskans make choices every day. Some matter more than others. But one everyday choice matters a whole lot to Nebraska. The gasoline you choose. Because E10 Unleaded is about helping ourselves, our pocketbooks, our environment. You make a choice every time you fill up. Make the right choice for Nebraska.
E10 unleaded with ethanol. Let's get with it, Nebraska.
My son says we're spending too much time managing our center pivots. Then he says that with Zomatic's latest technology, he can control our operation from his computer, cell phone, or business band radio. Then he tells me about the 8-year, 8,000-hour drivetrain warranty. It's good to see he wants a Zomatic. I trained him well.
See Nebraska Equipment Incorporated in Seward and Victor's Incorporated in Fremont.
Wise up. These are not the good old days.
Grow up.
Sex is not a game. Sex is not a game.
Stand up. No one else can protect you sexually.
I can't change the past. I can't decide what I'm going to do today.
And tomorrow.
And tomorrow. And the day after. Abstinence isn't a dirty word. Abstinence isn't a dirty word. Do what you have to do.
I can only vote for me.
That's all I'm saying.
With the second half, there you see the fans of Lincoln Christian. Something to really be happy about. They lead Columbus Scotus by 5, 23-18. And right in front of us, Whitney McFerrin will inbound for Lincoln Christian.
That's us right there. Hello. Okay, now that you know where everyone is, let's play ball. Second half action here from the Devaney Center. Christian, 5-point lead. It's the biggest in the game, by the way. They're going to try to expand on that. Here's Winter, gives it off to Wilson. Wilson is good. That's just the second field goal for Nicole Wilson. She does have 5 rebounds, but if she heats up scoring, this could be very big trouble for Columbus Scotus.
Exactly, the first field goal, and to think they had a 5-point lead going into the half, and she had not had a point. That's amazing. She actually had 1 field goal going into the half.
And what that does is, when you get a lead, it would make you think the Shamrocks would try to pick up the pace a little bit and get back in the game, but there's still going to be deliberate play for the open shot. Bender had it, but missed it. And now Lincoln Christian can seize command of this game. Janae Winter. In, out, and they're going to call a jump ball. And it's going to belong to Scotus. Interesting call there.
Winter just shakes her head there. 7 points in that first half. She had an outstanding second quarter. I believe they all came in the second quarter. She strung them together.
So Scotus gets the basketball back, and that's a big stop for them defensively. Megan Pyle still looking for her first points of the game. They get it down low, and a partial block there by Wilson. Wilson just stood in front of Maracek. and stifled the Scotus offense. Winter trying to work off a back screen, looks down for a cutter. Pass was a little bit too much off the mark. Led the receiver, in this case McFerrin, too much. If that had been right on the money, that would have been another easy backdoor cut for 2.
Right now the Shamrocks need to get Lori Beller involved. She's their high scorer. Right now she only has 2, but number 40 has had a hard time getting open down there. You see her phased out. Here she is flashing to the top of the key. Let's see if she can get one.
Oh, between defenders, nice move. You called it, she needed it and came up big there.
Yeah, usually when you're struggling like that, call a set play for your best scorer. And that's exactly what the Shamrocks did to give her 4 points.
Lead is 5 for Christian. 5.5 to play here in the 3rd period. Janae Winter gets an instruction from her head coach, yells out a set, and Christian will move around. Winter moves to her right. Liza Glenn, he had a couple of big threes in the win yesterday over Centura for Winter, and a timeout taken by Nick Orduna. He did not like what he saw out there as Nicole Wilson took it off the blocks on the baseline, and they're going to take a timeout with 5:09 to play 3rd quarter, and Christian with a 5-point lead. That's their first timeout. They have 4 left. Scotus also has 4 left.
It's been a heck of a day so far.
Yeah, it has.
It's just been awesome.
Well, we've been blessed with a couple of really good basketball games that went down to the wire, including the dramatic Class A final between Bellevue East and Lincoln Southeast, won by the Chieftains 43-42 on a running jumper in the lane by Skeeter Zuha.
Then, of course, a close game in Class D2. Chambers edging out Freg in that one. And the last game we saw, what a performance by Danny Busboom as Freeman took away Fall City Sacred Heart.
Into Wilson, takes advantage of that frame, and a foul. Over the back as coming down with the offensive board was Whitney McFerrin, but Katie Korth was leaning in. They were back to back. And that is her first foul. It's the first foul of the 2nd half for either team. So Christian again will lob it in. Glenn will take the 3. It's short, but she followed her shot, gets it back. She's trapped at the baseline, and a foul.
Lincoln Christian getting lucky, but they're making their luck by hustling, following their shots, getting hands up, chasing after loose balls.
Well, they're also getting their rebounds. They lead the rebound statistics 17-9 in this game. Lob for Wilson. A look underneath for Winter. Little baby hook in the lane. No good. 25-20 Lincoln Christian. 4:47 left. Another big stop for the Shamrocks.
Beller wants it again. There she is.
Not this time. Rebound to Wilson. Nicole Wilson now has 7 boards in this game. I told you she's a rebounding machine, and with the size advantage she holds over most of her opponents in Class C1, you can see why she averages 12 boards a game.
Shamrocks are going to turn up the defense here.
A 3 taken by Winter. Karams off the iron and goes out of bounds. And Columbus Scotus again with the stop. And now we're going to see the offensive star of the first half for Columbus Scotus check in, Mandy Schumacher. 4:17 left 3rd quarter. Lincoln Christian with a 5-point lead. Back after this.
Small school atmosphere, big fun. Peru State College, where learning lasts a lifetime.
My son says we're spending too much time managing our center pivots. Then he says that with Zomatic's latest technology, he can control our operation from his computer, cell phone, or business band radio. Then he tells me about the 8-year, 8,000-hour drivetrain warranty. It's good to see he wants a Zomatic. I trained him well.
See Nebraska Equipment Incorporated in Seward, Krotzel Irrigation Company in O'Neill, and Scott Horgan Company in York.
.4:17 left to go, third quarter. Lincoln Christian leads Columbus Scotus by 5. It's been a heck of a day here in Lincoln. And John, we were just talking about Omaha getting the 2006 NCAA volleyball tournament. They're probably going to go after some high school stuff too, but I know what your stand is on this. You think this tournament belongs right here in Lincoln.
Well, Lincoln is really just a big hometown is all it is. And we've talked about how this event is very hometown. And there's just something about playing in this building. I'm sure the new Omaha Arena is going to be nice, but there's something about playing in Lincoln where the Huskers play and where so much tradition has been built. Be ashamed to lose it. I can understand why Omaha wants it because of all the tourism and because so many of the smaller towns love to support their schools. As there's Mandy Schumacher with her 10th point of the night. You know, what the heck? Who needs Beller? Who needs Megan Pyle? They're not going to score fine. We'll just let the sophomore handle the load. Here's a long 2. And all of a sudden, Lincoln Christian, who at one point led by 7 and had a chance to make that lead grow, now I've seen their lead fall to 3.
Yeah, they had a chance to really extend it and maybe put their lead into double figures, and they kind of let it slip away. The Shamrocks are going to make a push right here.
Here's their top score off the glass, and Lori Beller has closed the gap to 1.
And she's starting to find the open spots in that zone down there around the key, those open 10-footers. That's where she does her best work.
Lincoln Christian needs to get back in that offensive rhythm. Glenn looking, Winner, down low, Wilson.
Oh, nice.
There's an answer.
Boy, she is tough. I mean, she just keeps working and working. It's getting double, triple team, but she does not lose her hunger for the ball at all.
Well, I tell you, that's one way Lincoln Christian can stem the tide, is to continue to pound the ball down to number 41.
Lane's wide open right there. Take it. There you go.
Rebound, Lincoln Christian. And the foul is going to be on Christian. Samuelson with her first foul, only the first foul in the second half against Christian. So the Shamrocks catch a break and will keep the ball. And now Liza Glenn called for reaching in on Natasha Bender.
Janae Winter, Lizelle Glenn, Whitney McFerrin, Jessica Samuelson, all seniors. What better way to go out with a state championship? As I said earlier, this is their year, and this has been their goal from the get-go. It's not like they're surprised to be here. This is what they expected.
Thought about it from 3. They work it around. Schumacher again. 2 Scotus Shamrocks go up for it, and they both lose it out of bounds. Had the right idea. I mean, you like to have people in position to get the rebound, but if you got 2 teammates going after the same piece of real estate, it usually ends up like that, a turnover, or at least loss of a possession.
Well, no matter what happens, this will definitely be a more high-scoring game than we anticipated.
And it's still not tremendously high-scoring. It's still only 27-24, but when you're talking about Scotus, that is very high-scoring, at least in this tournament. Natasha Bender with the foul for Scotus. That'll bring Laura Dozal off the bench. Christian will inbound. That's the 3rd Scotus foul. 2:03 left, third quarter. Christian by 3 and the ball. Winner pulls up 3. No. And the rebound to Scotus. They can tie it with a 3. They have yet to hit on a 3. They've only attempted 2. And Scotus will be patient on this possession. Megan Pyle and Katie Korth.
Schumacher's working hard down there, and so is Beller. Beller has come alive in this quarter.
Lengthy possession. Schumacher high off the glass. Ball tipped around. Saved, though, by Beller, and the Shamrocks keep the ball.
Interesting to see if they'll hold for the last here. About a minute left. I don't think they will. I think they want to put it up.
For the tie, yes! Katie Korth has tied the game with a 3.
Columbus Scotus is thrilled right now. They have not played their best basketball game, and they are tied.
Christian brings it in. Winner will take the shot and make it. No holding for the last shot here.
Big shot, big shot.
Christian's percentage has come down a bit to 48%, but that clutch two by Janae Winter has made it a 2-point game, and now Scotus will play for the last shot.
Boy, they are holding it too.
Teammates Dozel and Korth looking at each other. Remember, they had a similar circumstance in the second quarter and didn't get off a good shot. This time they'll get it off a little sooner, and we've got a foul. And Dozel will go to the line.
They're going to whistle Whitney McFerrin that time.
Number 22, Whitney McFerrin, her first personal foul, 13.
Just the third team foul on Christian. Comes with 5.9 seconds left, and Laura Dozel will go to the line to try to tie it with 2 free throws.
I think one of the other keys, Nicole Wilson picked up her second foul in the first quarter. She has not fouled since. We're into the fourth now, too, so she's done a nice job of playing defense and banging down there, and yet staying clean, not getting whistled at all.
Remember that big rebounding advantage we were telling you about? It's now down to 19-16 in favor of Christian.
Yeah, Columbus Scotus has definitely turned up the heat here in the third quarter.
Missed the second. Here comes Christian. Try to get off a last shot. All the way down. Glenn off balance. No call. Looked like she was bumped in midair. Not a call. Christian will maintain a 1-point lead going to the fourth quarter. Looks like we'll have another basketball game go down to the final buzzer. 8 minutes to go.
No escapes. That's what we got with Balance Pro corn herbicide.
My proof, weeds just don't break through with Balance Pro.
All season I saw Tree Charge working on the weeds from the road.
My proof is my unused post-grass herbicide because Balance Pro replaced it.
My proof, grasses used to control this field. Now I do. That's my proof.
My proof.
The power of recharge is why Balance Pro is America's fastest growing pre-herbicide. Need more proof? Visit balanceproof.com.
A 4-year degree can be yours when you start in the academic transfer program at Southeast Community College, Beatrice, or Lincoln campuses. Enjoy your first 2 years in small classes with highly qualified instructors. They'll give you everything you need to succeed when you transfer your credits to a 4-year college. SCC's affordable tuition helps stretch your college dollars, and scholarships and loans are available. Get a great start on your 4-year degree. Say yes to SCC Beatrice and Lincoln academic transfer programs.
Back at the C1 Championships at Devaney Center, Lincoln Christian 29, Columbus Scotus 28, and John Bishop, it all comes down to this.
The final 8 minutes, and who will prevail? Winner goes up between defenders and draws a foul. And that was an alert play because I think she realized that both defenders were off balance, and in most circumstances, she is not going to make the shot. But she realized where she was and what she could do and draw the foul, go to the line, and get a couple of cheapies at the strike.
Chance to get into double figures as well. She's got 9 so far. Chance to tack on 2 more.
And she's good on the first. In the state tournament, Winter has been a pretty productive foul shooter, 14 of 19. That was her first foul shot attempted here tonight. Scored 15 in the win over Norfolk Catholic and 12 over Centura. Missed the second. The game is a 2-point spread. Crusaders lead the Shamrocks. Columbus Scotus in the whites with the green piping. Christian, the blue with the white piping.
Schumacher wants it.
Schumacher over the top of Wilson.
Boy, she's come into her own offensively today.
Yes, she has. She averages, as we talked about, 6 points a game. She has doubled that tonight with 12. And she has been the offense. In the lane, traveling, it's called, and Scotus now has a possession to try to take the lead. Something they have not had in the second half. Well, now Christian, maybe realizing the situation, brings some pressure. 2-point count. Scotus too patient that time. And it's not like the pressure was that intense.
Right, it just took them off guard. Sometimes it's not how much you pressure, it's that you do it at the right times. And that was at the right time right there. Scotus didn't expect it.
You've always got to keep that mental clock going in your head about how much time you have left. Now in women's college basketball, we have a turnover, and the Shamrocks have the numbers down the other way. Layup is good, and the Shamrocks have taken the lead.
And I'll tell you what, the ref missed. Megan Pyle that was a big-time moving screen on Janae Winter running down the court, but the ref didn't see it, and it led to the easy field goal.
So Scotus now has their first lead of the second half, 90 seconds into the fourth quarter. Now it's Christian's turn to respond. Wilson, that's not her shot, but an offensive board. Then Glenn lost it on the floor, and the Shamrocks come down with it. And now the game has swung in the favor of the green and white.
It certainly has.
And they will probably take their own sweet time on this possession.
This is their game now. They're going to force Lincoln Christian to play their game.
They haven't really had a chance to do that all day, but Schumacher, who's had a good game, takes the shot. It was a good shot for her. It just didn't go through. And Nick Orduna wants a timeout with 5:47 left. He burns his second with Christian with the basketball, trailing 32-30. Back with more in a minute.
My name's Kerry Klemecki, and I change light bulbs.
Kerry Klemecki is one brave man.
It does get kind of windy up here.
But would Kerry Klemecki ever be brave enough to get car insurance without a State Farm agent?
Car insurance with no State Farm agent? Now that scares me.
When it comes to car insurance, be like this State Farm customer. And get an agent you can rely on.
Bad bulb, good bulb.
Plus competitive rates.
Woo!
In our business, we try to streamline our office tasks as much as we can. That's why we called Eeks about their new Sharp digital copier. It acts as both a printer and a copier. Less equipment means less costs, and that helps us keep things running.
The people in our department are pretty resourceful. That's why we called Eeks about their Sharp digital copier. It's tied right into our network, so now anyone can print, collate, and staple their reports right from their PC. Amazing.
Back at Devaney Center, this is the play just moments ago. Laura Dozell, watch top of your screen. Megan Pyle moving screen on Janae Winter. She can't get through, and the bucket is good. The ref missed that one. But for Pyle, heck, if it works and it's not called, I guess it's legal.
Exactly. And that represents the first lead for Scotus. They have it right now at 32-30. First lead they've had here in the second half. Whitney McFerrin. And she traveled. She just shuffled her feet.
Right, just picked up that pivot foot. That was in there, and she knew it. She knows it.
That's the 10th Lincoln Christian turnover, and Scotus, true to form, have committed only 4 in this game. They do not make mistakes to give you the ball.
It's like a 1-3-1 now for Lincoln Christian. They want to shut down the shooters, and that girl with the ball right there, number 40, Lori Beller, who has come through here in the second half.
Coming up on 5 minutes to play. Scotus will move it around and take a long 2. Megan Pyle, who hasn't made a field goal all day, for some reason felt the inspiration to take that 18-footer, and what a time for her first. And Scotus now enjoys a 2-possession lead.
All of a sudden, Lincoln Christian needs a hoop. They've been thrown out of their rhythm here in the fourth quarter. That's the best solution. Go to your big person down low.
And she can't make it, and Columbus Scotus comes down with it. And that field goal percentage continues to dip. Remember, it was over 50 at halftime. It's down to 43. That plus the turnover margin and the fact that the rebounds have come back to benefit Columbus Scotus. They have practically evened themselves at rebounding. That's why Scotus is back in the lead.
Lincoln Christian right now just needs somebody to make a play, a steal, a hoop, or a big rebound, something just to get that spark. They look like not a very confident team right now out on the floor.
And remember how Jessica Samuelson and Whitney McFerrin were able to make those backdoor cuts? Not anymore. They sealed that door shut.
That's right.
Oh, a near steal by the freshman, Megan Wilson, who is in there for the first time, number 25 for Lincoln Christian. And there goes Schumacher going for her shot. She's fouled. She'll go to the line to shoot two.
She has been the surprise of the day for Columbus Scotus. Came into this game averaging 6, and right now she has double that. She's got 12, and she's looking for more. But Beller, who is the top scorer, Lori Beller, that is, for the Shamrocks, struggled out of the gates, and this player right here at the free throw line has picked up the slack.
Misses the first, though, barely drawing iron. Missed the second. And the younger Wilson sister gets the rebound. Christian needs a bucket here. Down by 4 with 4 minutes to go. Still a lot of time. But this game is playing right into the hands of Scotus if Christian doesn't come up with an answer. Here's Winter for 3. The basket is good. Is it going to count? Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
And I believe they're going to give the ball to Lincoln Christian as well. Or put somebody at the free throw line. Curious to see what happens.
This is going to be a 4-point play opportunity.
Oh, my. Well, I just said a minute ago someone needed to make a play. There's the play right there. Janae Winter with the setup. That is good, and the foul.
It was Megan Pyle that plowed in. It was not the shooter, though. So I can't believe there would be free throws here.
Right, Carly Paulson's the one who hit the deck for Lincoln Christian.
So there won't be free throws, but there will be possession for Christian. What a break here. Now we're going to have a discussion. Let's look at it again. There you see Glenn getting decked to the floor by Megan Pyle. She was kind of fronting Pyle and keeping her away from the shooter that allowed Winter to drain that 3.
The foul, once again, was on Columbus Scotus, number 23, Megan Pyle. That's her 3rd personal foul.
It's the 3rd foul on Pyle. As the officials still talk it over. It should be possession for Lincoln Christian, and it is.
So this has the potential to be a 6-point play. Potential.
Or at least a 5. What it's done is, it's turned this into a 1-possession game with that big 3, and it's given Christian a chance to take the lead on a very unusual circumstance. What a clutch bucket for the senior. All of a sudden, you see a little bit more life in the legs of the team dressed in blue.
It's amazing what a 3-point shot can do. Change the momentum of the game.
Look, they're bringing out some of the bigger players now to watch on Winter. Here's Megan Wilson, the freshman, and she lost it off her foot. Still loose on the floor, tie up Scotus basketball. You don't like to see that. Megan Wilson, a good player, but still as a freshman, making the mistake of putting it on the floor in that circumstance, in and amongst a lot of green jerseys. 3:23 left, Scotus basketball, 1-point lead when we come back.
I want to be a nurse. I want to be a nurse too.
I'm studying to be a nurse.
I'm starting to be a nurse, too.
I'm a nurse.
And I'm a nurse, too.
The Nebraska Center for Nursing encourages you to explore nursing. Contact us to find out more about Nebraska's 22 nursing programs.
Last year, Nebraska roadway fatalities were the lowest they've been in 16 years, the 2nd lowest in 56. That's the good news. But what happens in 2002 is largely up to you. Not using safety belts is the #1 contributor to traffic deaths. 1 in every 3 fatalities is alcohol-related. Oftentimes, vehicle crashes are simply caused by inattentive driving. When you're in the driver's seat, you make the difference.
Are you okay?
I don't know. I think so.
Good thing you had your seatbelt on.
Back at Devaney Center, 3:23 left to go in our 5th game. After the snow last night and the cold conditions, it was no stranger, I guess, was the snow and cold conditions to the state basketball tournament.
Right.
Like you said earlier, and it has
That's
not
right.
put any damper on this day. This has been a fabulous day of competition. 4 champions crowned so far, and Lincoln Christian and Columbus Scotus trying to be the 5th.
And we may be 3:23 away or more. We never know. Overtime might be in the offing. Shamrocks get it. Off the tie-up. They have a 1-point lead. Christian after the press. Shamrocks into the front court. Here's Katie Korth. Coming up on 3 minutes to go. Near steal by Wilson. Megan Pyle to Bender. Korth has it, wanted to go in. Looking, doesn't have anywhere to go.
Keep an eye on Lori Beller, number 40. Her and Schumacher, they're obviously trying to get the ball down to one of those two. They've been very effective in the second half.
Pull-up jumper blocked by Wilson, but right into the hands of Schumacher, and Christian comes up with the rebound, and they want to run the floor. Here comes Paulson. Paulson all the way in. Oh, she was smart. Now turns around and puts up a shot, and it goes in.
Oh, my God.
It looked like she was going to go in for the whole drive, and then wisely stopped, and then somehow turned around and went back at it, and the shot was in, and then it's stolen away by Glenn. Holy cow. What a turn of events.
When all else fails, shoot the basketball. That's exactly what she did. She did not look very confident on that shot. Carly Paulson did. Looked like she was out of options down there on the baseline, but kept her confidence, and her composer shot it, and look at what happens.
She stopped. Now she realizes here, I don't have a shot. I got to stop. Then, for some reason, said, oh, what the heck? A turnaround move, and she got the friendly bounce off the rim. Wow. Carly Paulson, who yesterday had the field goal in the last 20 seconds that forced overtime with Centura, now hits the field goal that has given Christian the lead back at 35-34. Let's set the game conditions for you. We have 2:08 to go. Christian with the ball in a 1-point lead. The possession arrow also is in favor of Christian. Lincoln Christian with 2 timeouts left. Scotus with 4. Each team has committed 5 fouls. As far as foul trouble is concerned, Nicole Wilson for Christian has 3. She is in the game. 3 fouls for Megan Pyle of Scotus. She is in the game. But everything else is pretty much clean, so no one is really in any foul trouble, if you will, with 2:08 to go.
The question is now, who's going to be the hero for each team? Now, we've seen some great shots from some unsuspected people. Schumacher having the great day for Columbus Scotus. Paulson just makes a great play on that last play. Plenty of basketball to be played, too. 2 minutes, still plenty of drama.
Paulson, a junior on this squad, not one of the seniors who have set this as their goal, their sight, 4 years ago when they entered this program. Christian basketball in a 1-point lead. Need to take care of the basketball here. Lizelle Glenn. Oh boy. Up top. Winner freed for the shot. Up and under move, and she missed it, and now the Shamrocks have it. A 2 will give them the lead. Into the front court. And now Scotus will set up for their biggest offensive possession in this game so far. To Pyle, here's Schumacher. It's short, ball tipped around. Christian basketball, very close down there. A lot of hands going for that leather.
Schumacher has had a little bit of a quick trigger here in the 4th quarter. May want to keep working that ball with 1:23. There's no hurry.
Good defense by Scotus. Good decision by Christian to call the timeout. They have 1 left with 1:23 to go. We're going to go down to the wire again. Yeah, I think you're right. Schumacher, who has played a great game, don't get us wrong, 5 of 12 shooting with 12 points. But a couple of times she may have made an ill decision on shooting it right away, or you know, maybe timing her shot a little bit better in terms of waiting for that better shot, because remember, this Scotus offense is all based on patience.
That's right. She's only a sophomore, so you probably like to see Lori Beller, who's a senior, get her hands on the ball in that situation rather than Schumacher. Although Schumacher, like you said, has had a fabulous day, but a little bit of a quick trigger on these last few possessions. But this crowd behind us just has not stopped, too. They are really into it.
Lincoln Christian fans are behind us. They got to get it in. They do. In the backcourt, Scotus still has a foul to give. They have to commit 2 fouls to send Christian to the line. We'll see what Lincoln Christian does on this possession. Winner into the front court for Glenn. Paulson coming up on 1 minute to go. Lincoln Christian leads 35-34. 60 seconds to play.
1 minute left in the game.
Scotus waiting for that big defensive move here. Oh, and here they got the steal. Here comes Winter in the lane, and she backs it up.
Nice.
On another circumstance, she'd have put the shot up, but not there.
Nice presence of mind, though, to reset the shot, and now they're going to draw the foul. So Lincoln Christian, right now, they're going to get the ball out of bounds. Still not in the penalty yet.
Next foul they will be. And now we're going to have a timeout taken by Sean Wickham and Columbus Scotus. We told you before the game, since the last time Scotus was in the championship game, they've had a bit of a change in coaching, but you might recognize one of the faces on the bench, John Peterson. John Peterson was the head coach of Columbus Scotus when they were here a few years ago and won 3 straight titles. He, the now former girls basketball coach, has also been the girls volleyball coach for a number of years, doubled up in those duties for quite a while at Columbus. Decided that 2 head coaching jobs might be a little much, so he would back off one of the duties, chose basketball, but stayed on as an assistant. So I'll tell you, there's no better experience on that bench. You have a head coach, but you also got essentially a head coach as your top assistant. So Columbus Scotus has a lot of good educators on their side. And they're going to need every bit of those smarts right here and figure out something to beat Lincoln Christian. Christian with a 1-point lead and the basketball. Coming up on 30 seconds to go. Winter stops on the dribble. To Paulson with 30 seconds left. No foul yet. Now we get a foul. And they're going to put Carly Paulson at the line. Paulson is yet to try a free throw tonight. She was 2 for 2 yesterday, 0 for 1 on Thursday.
And she made the clutch shot a few minutes ago down on the baseline that really swung the momentum. Aside from that, another big play was Janae Winter's 3-pointer and then the foul after that. But let's see if she can knock these
This is
down.
1-1. And she missed it, and now Scotus has a chance to win it on this possession. Here we go. Everybody on their feet with 20 seconds left, and Sean Wickham calls a timeout with 20 seconds left. This is it. The game is decided right here on this possession, more than likely.
Will they hold for the last shot, or will they try and score right away? You probably think they'll hold for the last.
Oh, they'll hold for the last shot here. No question about it. You'll hold for the last shot and go for the win.
I guess with those coaching smarts that you talked about, they probably will.
I mean, this is what you play for. You play to make the basket to win the game. Now, we might have a little of that Lincoln Southeast strategy we saw earlier on. Christian does have a foul to give before putting Scotus in the bonus. With 20.7 seconds left, you can take a chance here. Go for the steal. You get the foul, oh well. Stops the clock, you reset, you start over again.
But I haven't seen what happened on Lincoln Southeast. I don't know if Coach Nick Orduno is going to want to try that.
Well, I think it was a good strategy. The problem for Southeast was they just didn't make their free throws. They should have never been, probably, I mean, based on their own skills, been put in that situation in the first place. But at least it gives you the option and the luxury of going for maybe that steal. If you get it, great. Hey, you've done it. If you don't, you commit the foul, no harm. It stops the clock, and then Scotus has to inbound again. Christian is not going to pressure the ball. Well, now they will. As Winter comes out, this is it. Katie Korth takes it all the way in, bounces it out, contact, and a shot up on it all the way, no good by Pyle. Rebound to Lincoln Christian and a foul. I'm surprised they went for it that quickly.
Had a feeling right there. Do they go for the first shot available, or will they milk it down? It looked like they were a bit
in a hurry right
foul.
There.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
It's an intentional foul on Megan Pyle.
So is this 2 shots and the ball?
That is the 5th foul on Pyle, who missed the jumper at the baseline. And they called an intentional foul. She's fouled out of the game. But this means free throws and possession, if I'm not mistaken.
Man.
I believe they did call an intentional foul. I'll have to check.
Number 43, Laura Tozel.
If they did, that would be very unfortunate for Scotus.
Yes, it would. We're going to have to get a clarification. We'll see if we can. I just glanced over when the official made the call, and I thought I saw intentional foul. We're going to have Kyle check on it because we want to be sure here. We've got a timeout with 10 seconds left. 35-34. Either way, Christian will shoot free throws here, and they will shoot 1 and 1. It was not an intentional foul. It was not an intentional foul. Kyle went over and checked. I did see the arms go crossed, but the arms were crossed because that was the way the official called the foul, the hack. The arms did not come up over the head, but the way I caught it, when I saw it out of the corner of my eye, it looked like maybe he was signaling intentional foul. So no intentional foul. It means a 1 and 1 for Lincoln Christian. Scotus, by the way, used a timeout. They have 1 left. Christian has 1 left. So even if you make them both, there's still 1 possession to at least tie the game.
Shamrocks are still very much in it, but they need a miss right here from Carly Paulson. She missed her last free throw just seconds ago, so she's going to need to put one down here. We saw it before with Lincoln Southeast, missing free throws down to stretch. Let's see if Paulson can put this one away.
1 and 1. No. Rebound Scotus. No timeout here. They do have 1 left, 5 seconds left. Court into the forward zone with 4. Trap at the baseline. Shot is up, no good. Schumacher gets it, puts it up, no. Christian wins.
Oh, man, what a finish.
Columbus Scotus let everything hang out. They did not call timeout. They quickly got the ball down the floor. They put it in the hands of Katie Korth, one of their most experienced players. She missed the shot. Schumacher came up with it, but she came up with it underneath the basket. Had to try to move out. Her last second attempt was no good. And Lincoln Christian has won the girls C1 state championship in dramatic fashion, 35-34. What a game.
You don't get any better than that.
Back with the medal presentations in a moment.
Balance Pro gives me 1 pass weed control and my best yields. This is my proof.
It's as close to a perfect 1-pass program as you can find. It recharges, keeps my fields clean all season long. That's my proof.
This is my proof. The Balance Pro is the best 1-pass performance out there. Our 1-pass users have increased 30%. This is my proof.
My proof.
My proof. Balance Pro pre-herbicide gets your weeds. Then the power of recharge gets them again. Want proof? BalanceProof.com.
Father, I think I may have stolen a Toyota.
You think you did or you did?
Well, I got such an incredible deal. It sure feels like I did.
Really?
Now take home the powerful Tundra with financing as low as 2.9% or get $500 customer cash. With deals like this, you may even feel a little guilty.
Father? Father?
Oh, my.
I don't want to be the last one. You know what I'm saying?
Don't worry about it. About half of all Americans between 15 and 19 are virgins.
Half? What's wrong with them?
Who said there's anything wrong with them?
You love to see games like this, deserving champions either school. The one thing you don't like about it is somebody has to lose the game. Columbus Scotus came up short, but they had a chance, 2 shots at the end. Christian, the state champions, let's meet the runners-up from Columbus Scotus.
Number 13, Nicole Vila. Number 30, Danielle Burke. Number 33, Michelle Flint. Number 43, Laura Dozel. Number 50, Mandy Schumacher. And now for the seniors, number 20, Nicole Weeder. Number 15, Natasha Binder. Number 23, Megan Pyle. Number 25, Katie Court. Number 40, Lori Belner. Number 45, Carrie Maracek. All of you are welcome to receive the runner-up trophy for your school. Congratulations, Columbus Scotus High School, Class C1 state runners-up. Ladies and gentlemen, now to the champions. First, Coach Nick Orduna. We have a special award just for you. Now, Coach, hand out the gold medals to your championship team members. We'll introduce them one by one. Number 14, Janelle Sorensen. Number 24, Carly Paulson. Number 25, Megan Wilson. Number 45, Stephanie Rexilius. Number 41, Nicole Wilson. And now for the seniors, number 11, Alexis Wismer. Number 12, Crystal Lovelace. Number 32, Lindsay Hertzler. Number 10, Janae Winner. Number 21, Weisel Flynn. Number 22, Whitney McFerrin. And number 33, Jessica Samuelson. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2002 Nebraska Class C1 High School Basketball Champion is Lincoln Christian High School. Congratulations, players and coaches.
Well, it is a heartbreaking loss for Columbus Scotus. You can see the joy on the face of the Lincoln Christian players. Tears of happiness and tears of sorrow on both sides. It's what happens when you have these tight, hard-fought games where either team had a chance to win. Standing by with our Kyle D'Elia is head coach Sean Wickham of the Columbus Scotus Shamrocks.
Thanks, John. Thanks, Sean, for joining us. A lot of the talk was the rubber match, and each team had taken a game, and you showed it. Easy for us to say covering it. We don't go through the emotions. What a ball game. I mean, what a ball game.
Oh, yeah, I was really happy with the way the kids rebounded. You know, we didn't get a great first half defensively. We came back in the second half and really turned it up a notch and gave us a chance to win at the end. And that's what you want. You want your kids really to work hard. And I thought we did that in the second half, and we had a shot at the end, and this time just didn't fall.
In hindsight, you know, you guys give up 28 a game. They only had 35. I mean, remarkable. You're not going to limit teams to the totals. What is it, you know, we all have our assumptions. What is they do that they're able to play with you and score baskets, you know, back and forth with Scotus?
Well, you know, obviously they've got the height advantage underneath, and anytime you have that, when you give up 5 inches, you're going to give up some points and just rebounds and those kind of things. You know, but Janae Winter's such a great player that she can create those things. And when you have a scorer like that and someone that can create, you know, it causes all kinds of defensive problems. Doesn't matter how good you are.
One or two quick more. Great rafter crowds on both sides. Really, they had a home court advantage, maybe, right? And the poise of the kids, I mean, just blown away, remarkable.
Yeah, well, these kids have been through a lot of situations, a lot of big games throughout the season, whether it be regular season, conference championship, whatever. And I was just proud of the way they handled themselves, you know, all the way through it. And, you know, unfortunately, it didn't go our way tonight, but I think these kids will remember this game for a long, long time.
Lastly, real quick, touch on your seniors, give some love. I mean, great group of kids that you're losing.
Absolutely, the best group you could ever want. They did everything that we asked of them. You know, we wanted them to start shooting the ball a little bit more, and they came in extra and started shooting the ball more. We wanted to play hard defense, and they played even better defense than we ever could imagine. You know, and going from the very first game of the year to now, they would have said we would have been in this place, we definitely would have taken, and our hats go off to all those seniors because they worked hard. They're great role models for all of our kids, not only on our team, but also in all of our little elementary kids that come in and play. And you know, if you can have a group of 6 seniors like this